Greetings. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to participate in a tarot tag. It's, I hope I'm a little late coming to the party. It's, I think, several weeks old, at least, probably. But, you know, I don't normally take part in too many of the tarot tags that are going around, or many tags going around, because, for one, I don't normally see them. But this one really was timely. I had several people asking me, several friends and subscribers asking me lately to recommend other channels to them to watch. They're trying to learn tarot, and I always said to my students, it was really important to have as many experiences as you can with tarot. That's the best way to learn anything, is to try to learn from more than one place. Don't try to put all your eggs in one basket, you know. Like, I think I'm a pretty good teacher, but I'm not the only teacher. I think everybody has something to teach. Even people on different levels have something to teach. Everybody has something to contribute. No matter how long you've been doing something, you have experiences that may be of value to other people. So, when I saw this tag, which was about the tarot community, and particularly about other tarot channels, calling up other channels rather than just asking personal questions to the person doing the tag, it was asking you to provide a channel that fit each criteria. When I saw the categories, it stopped me for a minute, because I thought, I don't really watch a lot of other channels. I watch YouTube a lot. I enjoy other channels, but I have to say, most of the channels that I used to watch, both in the tarot community and in the pagan community, many of those people have gone. They are no longer making videos for one reason or another. Some have gone to Patreon. Some have gone to trying to do things more on Facebook rather than on YouTube. A lot of you have gone to Instagram. Whatever reason, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that a lot of people that used to be my favorites that I used to watch are no longer there. And I haven't really gotten to know many newer people. I don't mean it that way. Some people are not new at all, but I just didn't know them. You know, YouTube is a really big place. It's a really big place when you consider that, you know, people have millions of views, a couple million. There are several channels that I watch, not tarot channels, but other kind of channels that have several million viewers or subscribers. That's amazing. You know, it's amazing. That's a big place, and it's easy to get lost in that big place. So anyway, when I realized that I didn't have a lot of connection, absolutely connection with the community, the tarot community in this instance, I decided to seek out some new people so I could do this tag. And that's kind of what I did. I got some suggestions, looked at some other people that had done the tag, or those people, or people that I really admired, tried to look on them to see what channels they watch or whatever. Because it really was not my intention to just glorify people that are already glorified. You know, I don't mean it that way. Some people that are really already big and have a lot of subscribers really don't gain much by me giving them a shout out here. But I will say that some of the people I'm going to mention are very big, because in order for me to answer the question honestly, they're the likeliest answer to the question. But I'm also trying in this, in the case of several people, I have found several people that I had never seen before that I was really intrigued by. And I also found a few people that, at least one or two, that are still rather small. And I'm happy to give them a shout out if it will help in any way. So that being said, I just wanted to get on with the tag. The tag is called My Tarot Community, and I got the tag from what can I think? Who did I get it from? Oh, Katie Flowers. What? Katie Flowers, of course. Who does a lot of tags. She does. If you like to do tags, she has a lot of tags usually on her channel. So, and it's a great channel. I recommend her channel, of course. But I got it from her, and I'm going to follow her lead, and I will list the channels that I mentioned in the comment section below this video, so that if you want to either find the channel, these people, or you want to find in a couple cases I'm mentioning particular videos, and specific videos, and I'm giving you links to those videos in case you want to check those out. Okay. The first question, first of all, I have to also say about the questions, it was difficult to, first of all, pick one channel for any of these. Second, so in some cases I did more than one, I did maybe two. It was also difficult for me not to answer the same channel for every one of these, pretty much every one of these questions, because that's the way I usually select the videos that I watch, or the people that I follow on YouTube, whether it be in the tarot community, the pagan community, or I also follow people in the home gardening community, and in a lot of homesteading channels I watch. And I use the same criteria for every category of people that I watch. That I want people that I can learn from. I want people I can relate to. I want people that will inspire me, who show me creativity, who make me laugh. I want that of everybody. Isn't that what we want of everybody? That's why we're here. We're all seeking friends of sorts, aren't we? In this community, a way to meet up, even if it's virtually, with people who have similar interests that we have. So it used to be more difficult. It used to be easier in the old days of YouTube, when you could do direct video responses to people, and it was just an automatic little button you pushed, and they got a video response, and they knew you did it, and they could do a response to your response, and it was really a very nice way of communicating, getting to know people. It's a little more difficult now, but we still have the same purpose. I think most of us have the same purpose. At least the people I'm watching have the same purpose, I think, as I do in that regard. So anyway, that being said, I'm going to do my best. There's only 9 questions here. It shouldn't be too long if I don't talk too much. It should not be too long of a video. The first question is, who is a creator that makes you laugh? Well, this was sort of a tricky question, because when I thought about it, a lot of people make me laugh, but for different reasons. I don't want to ever. I'm sort of hesitant to name anybody, for fear that maybe they're not trying to make me laugh, but they do, because some things make me laugh that maybe shouldn't. I know there are some people who deliberately try to be funny, but I also I have seen other people mention a couple other people, but they don't make videos anymore, and I didn't want to give any names if I could help it, of people who are not going to have a presence, a current presence on YouTube. There go my dogs. Sorry about that. You know, videos can be enjoyable, but if they don't have a video in the last 2 or 3 years, why would I recommend them to anybody? Because I think most people are looking for people to watch that they can watch, you know, some new channel to watch. So anyway, a creator that makes me laugh, I did find somebody through, I think this was through Kelly's response. One of the people she named was Judy over at Judy Reads Cards. Again, I will put the link down below. Judy is a very interesting person. She's very interesting to watch her. She reminds me a lot of myself, in the fact that I get the sense that she is enjoying very much the process of making videos. She loves to, she's somebody who's by herself, I think, a lot, and she likes to talk. She likes to talk to the camera. She likes to talk. She likes to say what's on her mind. She likes to share the thoughts that she has in her mind with somebody, and she's choosing the camera to do that with. I do the same thing. She also, I believe, thinks she's pretty funny. And I think that's what I find funny about her, because I think I'm pretty funny, and we seem to have sort of the, you know, she seems to have the same view of life around her, situations around her. She seems to be tempering that somewhat with humor, which I do to myself all the time. And I say things sometimes that nobody gets. And Louie, stop. Lay down. Just lay down. We don't always get her. We don't know that if she's being funny or not being funny. And I find that refreshing. I find that very endearing, actually. So I'm very happy to recommend. I think you should go and check out her channel. If give her a chance. Give her a chance. Of course, somebody else that I find funny, I laugh at, is actually Becca at Becca Talks in Tarot, and I'm not sure what I'm laughing at. She's one of these people. She's so deadpan. She's so just, you know, she's not one of these people that just laughs out loud. She doesn't laugh with her body. But when she laughs, the only way I can describe it is when she thinks something's funny, or she, rather than laughing out loud a lot, I mean, she will laugh, but I see her light up. I see her sort of glow a little bit. Her demeanor changes just slightly. She's British. We have a different makeup. The Brits and the Americans. We have different, for the most part, we have different demeanors, I think. Public demeanors, I'm not sure if that's true. I think that's a stereotype, which, I loathe stereotypes, but I think you know what I mean. I think a lot of you will get what I mean. She's just very reserved, but she's quite funny. I think she's quite funny. And what I particularly like her is when she teams up with Simon in The Hermit's Cave, because he has that same sense about him of, he's very calming, he's very, you know, composed, if I want to say composed, but yet, you know, he has a great sense of humor, and he says very funny things sometimes, but he still keeps this little composure. And the reason I wanted to pair them up is they have done some things together, and not too long ago they did and I really enjoy when I see them together. They know each other. I don't think they live far from each other. I'm not sure, but they have been together on numerous occasions, and they have done live streams together on numerous occasions, and I've always enjoyed that because they can be funny. One time they were funny, and it's like using dirty words that I didn't. They were dirty words in England, but I don't even know what they meant. I had to go try to look them up after to see what they were even talking about. But anyway, they had just recently did a live streaming, and so the screen was split, and you saw Kelly on one side, Becca on one side, and Simon on the other side, and it was totally cool because they were sort of dressed similarly. They both had the same color t-shirt, I believe, like a dark shirt. They both have, Simon has a lot less hair than Becca, but Becca's hair is very buzzed, very short, and light colored. They both have similar glasses. They look so much alike. They could have been brother and sister. They could have been two of the same person. They could have been, a duality of whatever they are together. And they get each other so much. They speak the same language. They seem to have the same kind of humor, demeanor. And I noticed when one of them would say something funny, or somebody would say something funny, they both sort of gave off the same glow. I hope that's not insulting. I think I find them so charming and so endearing, and maybe they don't make me laugh, ha ha, out loud laugh, like, you know. Joe, but my husband Joe says that Becca reminds him of like Jack Benny in the way that Jack Benny was just so straight but funny, you know. And I think she's a lot like Jack Benny. Everything, she may not make you laugh out loud, but she will certainly make you smile. She will absolutely make you smile and make you very happy that you went and listened to her. So I recommend her very highly. A creator that teaches you. Number 2. If I do this much talking about on everyone, we'll never get through. So I'm going to have to speed up. Number 2, a creator that teaches you. Well, I was looking for somebody who teaches me. Like I said before, everybody teaches me. I find a lot of things. So I was trying to find somebody that I never have seen before. And I'm looking for something that they were teaching. To see how they teach. Because I'm going to recommend this to my students. And I saw every year, Simon again, Hervis Cave, he began it, I believe, does a annual tarot-thon. They do 24 hours of tarot. They just had one not too long ago. And from all over the world, they broadcast all over the world, every hour or half hour, whatever. There's somebody on teaching something. And I didn't get to see everybody's, but I did see one that really I was very impressed with. And that was Jen at Jen's Balanced Tarot. Jen's Balanced Tarot. Again, the link will be below. Where she talked about finding balance. And if you ever watch any of my tarot videos, you will see that I say that all the time. When I'm looking at a spread, I love to look at how the cards play off each other, how they balance. In my tarot classes I just did this summer, we've done a lot with balancing cards, reading 2 cards against each other. How do they balance? And it's a very informative video. It's very well done. Her teaching style is very clear and very easy to follow, and I recommend it highly. So I recommend you go and check out that video, and if you think you want to see more, go to her channel. We'll have a link, I'm sure, to her channel, and give her a shot. Number 3, who is the creator that lifts others up? I couldn't help this. I couldn't help it. I don't know how we can mention any tarot creators on YouTube at all without mentioning this person. And I'm trying not to mention her because does she need any mention? Everybody knows her. I could even say, you know who I'm talking about, and I bet you all of you, most of you know who I'm talking about, and that's Kellyanne Maddox. Kellyanne Maddox she's very knowledgeable, she's very devoted, she has a huge following. She has so much respect of everybody in the community, I think. But when I say about how she lifts others up in a way that's unique. I had a little bit of difficulty with this question because I don't really think about tarot readers as people that lift others up. I didn't understand maybe what the concept of that question was. But when I think of Kellyanne, I think of, first of all, she calls everybody like cupcakes or sugar plums or, you know. This is cute. I mean, who doesn't want to be called a cupcake? I'd love to be, it's been years since anybody besides Kellyanne Maddox ever called me anything like, come here, you sweet little cupcake. You know, I haven't been a cupcake in probably, 30 years, if then. But she's an endearing person. She speaks from her heart. She speaks her truth. She speaks authentically. But the biggest way she lifts others up is she does not talk down to anybody. She knows more about tarot in one hand than most people would know in their own body. She can speak in 1 hour and give you more information than most people even can comprehend about tarot. She's very, very knowledgeable about tarot. You can't deny it. But she doesn't talk down to you. She doesn't tell you the same thing over and over and over again. Like, you didn't hear me the first time? You didn't get it the first time? Do I need to draw you a picture? I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to say, and I have a tendency to do that. I don't mean to do that, but I do repeat myself because I want to be understood. I want to be heard. She just says it. You get it or you don't, and you go on. She holds you up here to a standard that is really very refreshing. She lifts you up to her standards. She lifts you up. She talks really rapidly. She enunciates like I've never heard anyone enunciate before, in that British way, that very polished British way. Again, I'm not a stereotype, but I know we're like mumblers. We're here in the States. We do a lot of mumbling and stuttering and stammering and not so clear in our speech half the time. I just said. She has proper diction, proper pronunciation, and I have the feeling when I'm listening to her, I can only listen to her for so long, and I realize one of the reasons is perhaps she makes me sit up straighter when I'm listening to her. She lifts me up. She lifts me up. She makes me smarter listening to her. She makes me think harder listening to her. And she makes me feel more listening to her. So in that way, I'm really happy to recommend her. If you don't know who she is, you're the only person here on YouTube who does not, but now you do. And go find her and check her out. Okay, number 4. Who is a creator that you respect? Okay, well, one of these that I respect, I've respected for quite a while. And the other one, I have 2 here, is someone I just found, and I respect her in a brand new way. So the one that has been around a while, and I've respected for a while, is Brian Cormack Carr. Brian is very knowledgeable. He speaks plainly, he speaks good English. He's British too, I believe. Is there a theme here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He really makes sense. He's very clear. He's very knowledgeable, and he's a good teacher. He's really good. But he doesn't fill up a video. Like, I can fill up a video. I can make, 5 minutes turn into 40 minutes easily, and I realize that. He's to the point. He says what he means. He says it, and it gets done. So, I really respect him. I am recommending one video below on purpose. He has anyone that he has, I'm sure is good. Oh, he's not just knowledgeable in tarot. He knows, he does work in chakras and astrology, I believe, and other things. He's not a one-trick pony. But he has one video I really loved that my students would love, because he's talking about allowing your cards to have a conversation. And I talk about that all the time in my classes, and here on YouTube I have talked about that too. When you lay your cards out, they're not individual. They don't exist in their own little world. They relate to other cards. That's part of the reading. That's part of how important the reading is. So I really respect him. He says that in a really clear, simple way. Check it out. Check out his other videos. He's not going to let you down. And he has all of my respect in the world. The second creator that I respect, I truly respect, is somebody called Anna Astral Lady Tarot. Anna. And I believe she is in the Netherlands. I'm not sure. I believe so. And, I really do respect her. First of all, I'm going to check out some of her videos, because she does read both the Marseille deck and Thoth, which I have both of those, and I really don't read much of. I'm giving Marseille a little more opportunity. I could say. Thoth, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm interested in what she has to say about those, so I respect that she's trying, and I'm going to go look it up. But the reason that I picked her here for this tag didn't have anything to do with those two things. It had to do with a video that she did on upside down cards. I think it's called Upside Down Cards, Not Reversals. She's talking about looking at a card not as a reversal in meaning, like if it appears this way. But because if it appears this way for people that take reversals, if it appears this way for people that are taking reversals, they will read a little different meaning behind the card. But what she's talking about is absolutely keeping it in the reverse position and seeing the image. I don't know if I can get a better one. This isn't the best deck to do like this. Seeing the image, and also it's a dark deck to hold up. Here we have the Page of Wands. This is in the Shadowland Tarot. It's a Page of Wands, which is normally this way, of course. But if looking at it in the reverse, she's seeing something in the reverse where the roots of the tree are now actually the branches. Reaching out, coming out of the top. And interpreting the card this way when you're looking at it upside down, literally upside down. It's a very interesting video to watch, and I'm going to give you a link because I would like you to watch that, to check that out, because I find it was the coolest thing. Just the absolute coolest thing. Okay. Who is a creator whose collection you love? Number 5. A lot of people here on YouTube are collectors. A lot of the tarot channels are collection channels. I don't watch them. I really only watch maybe 2 or 3 channels on a regular basis. I watch 2. I could name 2 people that I watch all the time. I will check out every video that they watch, and this person is one of those people that I have mentioned here. It's not the only person that shows collections, but this person has saved me a lot of money, and that's Simon at Herman's Cave, the Herman's Cave. He has a lot of decks. He has a lot of decks. To give you an idea how many decks he has, every year or 2 he does my top 10 Rider-Waite-Smith decks, and he means Rider-Waite-Smith decks or Rider-Waite decks or whatever. But they're all really, really Rider-Waite. They're not that system. They're really that. So if he has over 10 of them, you understand what I mean when I tell you he has a lot of decks. But it's not just the number he has. He takes such care in sharing everything about the deck. Anytime I'm thinking about getting a deck or looking for a particular kind of deck, I will watch him. I will look and see if he's done a walkthrough on it or talked about it or video on it. What he usually does is when he gets a deck, he shares the deck. He does a walkthrough. He does an opening, unboxing, walkthrough. He does practice reading with it a little bit. He talks about everything about the deck. So you have every opportunity before you spend any money to check out a deck before you buy. And I have done that. Everything I think I've bought since I decided that I could use more than one deck. I've had my same deck for my entire life, practically, since my college years. I read one deck only for 30-some years, I guess maybe 40 years, before I bought another deck. But now I have other decks. He's taught me, he has shown me that other decks are valuable to me, can be valuable to me. But I'm not going to go buy 200, 300 decks. I'm not going to do that. That's not my thing. So I really depend on somebody like Simon to show me what I need. I don't resonate with every deck he likes, but I do like a lot. I trust he's very fair in his judgment of decks. He's very fair. And I trust his opinions, and I really respect him. I watch every video he makes. Some of the lives that are too long, I at least turn them on to see what's new from the beginning, and try to go back to it if I have time later. But you got to check out his channel and see his collection, which is right behind him on the wall. Like, it's so cool. It's very cool. Okay, number 6. Who is a creator whose creativity inspires you? Well, I picked one. This is somebody I'd never seen before. And I have to say, I would not normally pick this kind of a channel because it's really important to me. And I'm not trying to make too harsh judgments on anybody. But it's important to me that I see the person that's talking to me in a video. I'm just that kind of a viewer. I like to see the person talking to me. And as far as I can tell, this person, we only see hands and cards. We don't see the face. There's a lot of reason for that. Some people are very shy. Some people are trying to keep their identity, you know, maybe their employer or their family or whatever does not like them belonging to the tarot community. You just never know. You don't know with that. So I'm not going to make any judgment. I'm just saying it's hard for me to watch those kind of videos without seeing the person's face. I just want to see that contact, have that contact with people. But I did really, I was inspired by one video that I did see this person have. Her name is Dawn Michelle. She's at Boho Tarot. And she did a video on a waterfall reading, her take on a waterfall reading. And if those of you who don't know what a waterfall reading is, it would be something that you add cards to. You know, it's cards, and then more cards, then more cards. She does this this method of reading where she goes through the week every week, and she has 3 cards. I don't know, she does 3 cards, and then she adds 3 more, 3 more. Anyway, she has a system that is really a nice system. If you're looking for some kind of a reading, to do a daily reading particularly, without doing a single card, you know, I would do a lot of draw 1 card. Today, this is my card for the day. I do that, but that's really not a reading to me. That's just a way of me getting to know a new deck or whatever, or just working with an energy within a deck. It's during a certain period of time. But in order for me to get readings, I will do at least a 3-card reading, or a 5 or 6 card, or. But this is a really good way. You know, I realize it takes time. I'm home all the time. I'm retired, so I can do that. But somebody who is busier, her method of this waterfall reading is a lovely, very creative way of doing a daily reading, or her weekly reading. It's actually a weekly reading because it ends up to be a weekly reading. And check it out. I'm going to leave the link below. I was really impressed with that. So I'm sure she has other ideas too. She has other great ideas too. Okay, number 7. Who is a creator you'd like to be friends with in real life? Well, here I have 2. Of course, you know, this is a tricky one for me because I would like to be friends with everybody. That's why I'm here on YouTube. I mean, I was here on YouTube because I wanted to be friends. I wanted to make friends with people and meet people. And the people that I watch, you know, like Simon, I just mentioned Simon. Oh my goodness, wouldn't it be lovely to be friends with Simon? We all imagine he just went to Glastonbury and had a meet up, and he went on places. And my husband and I watched those videos and just said, oh, we would have loved to go there and gone on those tours with them and hang out with those people. And, you know, in my dreams, that would be a wonderful life. We all have those kind of things, right? We meet and we see people, we watch people, we want to be their friends. So this was a difficult one for me to pick. And I did pick 2, but for 2 different reasons. And one I picked was, for very obvious reasons, Jennifer Ball's Witch House. Now, I picked her for very obvious reasons right off the bat. Number 1, she lives close enough that I could realistically, if I wanted to be friends with her and see her, meet up with her from time to time, we could realistically do that. I mean, she is as funny as hell. She loves life. She, you know, her laughter just fills up your soul when you're when you hear her laugh. She enjoys so many things. She enjoys theater, which, you know, I'm always excited to see her. She's very loyal to the local theater where she lives, and I've been a fan of small theaters, well, all kind of theaters, but the small, like 50 seats or whatever you want to call them. I know there are theaters here, and 2 of my children were very involved in theater for a long time, and we have some things in common. I mean, we have some things in common. I do not like, I do not share her appreciation of like a poo emoji. No. I don't share some of her enthusiasm with some of the decks that she buys that I find just odd as hell. Odd as hell. But I appreciate that she does. I appreciate her sense of humor. I appreciate her, because I have my own wild streaks in other ways that she probably wouldn't appreciate either. So, those are not deal breakers. I'll tell you the one thing, though, put it over the top, that I would say, we would make the greatest friends. It's because she appreciates, like I do, a good glass of Pinot Noir. So I have to say right there, we've got something going. And I hope someday we can sit down and have that glass of Pinot Noir together and find some other things that we have in common. The second person that I chose for this is somebody who, it's not now so much as I'd like to be friends with her. I don't know that I would ever be friends with her. She doesn't live anywhere near me. She doesn't live anywhere near, like Simon, where I would want to go visit. I don't mean it anything like that, but at my age, I have to be selective where I might want to go. And returning to England is, of course, always on my list. I've been there twice, and I'd love to go back and see more of it. And so that's something that, I'm not going to cross off my list that it can't ever happen. But the person I'm talking about is Kelly at Truth and Story. She lives in Ohio. And I'm not likely to go to Ohio. And it's nothing wrong with Ohio. But the very reason that I'm not likely to go to Ohio is one of the reasons that I like her for a friend, or I like to consider her a friend, and that is because I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania until my 20s, my late 20s. Grew up there, born there, grew up. And I'm not likely to go back there either. I don't have much of a reason to at this point. Nothing wrong with it. Just not going to probably happen. But what I want to say is, the thing about Kelly is, there was something so familiar because of this. There's something so familiar about her. It's like I already know her. So when I would say I want to be friends with her in real life, it's like I feel like she is already my friend in real life, even though we've never met. She doesn't know me from a pair of shoes. I don't think she even knows who I am. I don't think she's ever seen my channel. And that's not what I'm talking about. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's not this connection on that level. It's a connection on another level of where I'm from, where my roots are from, where I'm planted, where I was planted and grew from. We share the same, her matter of expression when she speaks, her phrasing, her sense of humor, her demeanor, her mannerisms are so familiar to me. It's like I've seen somebody in her that I've seen many times in my life. I've seen relatives, I've seen cousins, I've seen neighbors in her that I really recognize. And that feels so comforting. That really feels comforting. And I will never, on top of that, she is absolutely so knowledgeable. I have sent many of my students to her. I say it all the time. I mention her all the time. She also shares a lot of walkthroughs and decks, and she does all kinds of readings. She just has so much to offer. So much to offer. I can't recommend her. I cannot recommend her high enough to any of you. So if you haven't checked her out, please go do so. Please go do so. Okay, number 8. Who is the creator you hope to see grow? Well, this was, again, a tricky one. It was tricky for me because usually I don't know what the question means, because I don't really want to see. I don't think it growing is succeeding. That sounds kind of stupid, I guess. But I don't know why you would want to see somebody grow. If somebody, like I don't have a desire to grow. I don't care how many people subscribe to me. And I don't mean that that sounds odd maybe to say, but because we do keep track of our subscribers, and I do. I don't like to see myself lose them, but it happens. But I don't get anything out of having more subscribers. I don't monetize my channel. I don't. But I'm not. That doesn't mean that people who do, there's anything wrong with that. I understand that they do. I don't have Patreon. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just, it's not my thing, you know. If you choose to do that, I'm happy. I'm hoping to succeed at it. I really do. But it's just not my thing. I don't really care. And so at first I thought this is really difficult for me to find somebody. Excuse me. It was difficult to find somebody that I want to see grow. But then I found a young man that I'd never seen before. I don't know his name. But the channel name is Blue Six Tarot. He has under 500 subscribers, and it was very obvious that he wants to grow something. Because he's, of course, the videos that I've watched, he's mentioning, you know, subscribe. He's mentioning he wanted to have 500 by the end of October or something. He's active, excuse me. He's active on Instagram, he's active on Facebook, I think, and whatever else there is, other social media platforms. So he really is trying to do the best. He's posting regular videos. So, in other words, it means a lot to him that he grows. And he's doing a very authentic job. He's lovely to watch. He's has a very soothing, gentle nature. He seems to have a knowledge of the cards. And he's approaching it as a very serious endeavor that he's putting his whole self into. So I wish him well. I really hope he does. I'm very happy to give him a shout out. And if it's his intention to grow, I hope he's able to do so. I really do. And please go check him out. And if you like him, share him with your friends. The final question: who is a creator that gives off good vibes? And there I want to say, everybody I watch gives off good vibes, or I wouldn't be watching them. But particularly good vibes, I think I watch her more for her vibe than anything I'm not sure, is Tracy at Two Rocks Tarot. She makes me feel good. She makes me feel happy. Of course, when I first started to watch her, she made me feel happy in a way that when you're in, 7th grade and you feel happy, because she's Australian and she says, she's always talking about her dick. Got a new dick. I have a new dick. This is dick, not dick. Makes me laugh. She's talking, of course, about dicks. And I'm making fun of her accent. I'm not trying to. That is so ignorant. I'm so ignorant to do that. Give me hate down below. I deserve it. I'm not trying to stereotype anybody or I imagine what I sound like. I have friends who make fun of the way I pronounce words. So this is my 7th grade personality coming out now that I'm older and I'm losing my filters. But Tracy gives good vibe. Is very knowledgeable about tarot. She really knows her stuff. She really knows Lenormand. She really knows. And she's so to the point. She's clear. But she just gives it in a good, it's a real comfortable delivery. That's all I can say. It's a comfortable delivery. I sure wish she didn't live on the other side of the world, because I'd love to sit with her. I think she really gives up good vibes. It'd be real cool to just sit out and hang out with her. So I really enjoy watching her. And I'm going to just give you a link to her channel, because every video that I ever watch of her, I really enjoy. There's something, she gives something in every one. So it's a good feel-good channel. I enjoy all the time. So check these people out, or not. I hope you do. I think we all need to reach out and go out beyond what's familiar to us all the time. This is a great exercise for me, because it forced me to go and look for people that have been there all along that I just wasn't paying any attention to. And I apologize to all of them for that I was late coming to your party. Because I really thank you for the time that you give and sharing your knowledge with everybody. It's wonderful. Okay. Anyway, for everybody else, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. I wish you blessings.